Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Pancheezey here with another long-awaited episode of Pancheezey Games. I know I've been away for a long time, but we're going to go ahead and set the bar. We're going to go ahead and start episode 4 off with a recent pickups video. Now, because I haven't made a video in forever, this is what has become. So there is a lot of crap we have to go over, so I'm just going to go quick. If there's a story behind one of these items, I'm going to go ahead and tell it. We're going to cut the fat, we're going to get down to brass tacks, we're going to make it all about all this poo you see in front of you. So, first on the list, we got Jump Ultimate Stars. Let me tell you, the first version of this game, just the regular Jump, I used to play the pants off of this game in high school. I remember I downloaded like the entire fan translation, all the mission translations, all the coma translations, all that stuff, and I played this a lot. Unfortunately, when... phone call. Do not want to talk to you. Sorry. Unfortunately, when this version came out, I was kind of over the whole thing. I wanted to pick this up, get the physical copy, and finally get a chance to play. So hopefully I'll get a chance to play this sooner or later. I don't know where to put these games, so I'm just going to put them on the floor. Next up, we got Young Justice for the Nintendo 3DS. This game is awful. Don't buy it. Next up, we got... oh my god! What do you want? Who is this? Okay. Next up, we have Nano Assault for the 3DS. This is probably the sequel to the first one, Nano something for the regular DS. I remember I was with my best friend Kyle, and we were at the Columbia Mall, and I wanted to buy a Nintendo DS game so bad, and I picked up the first one, Nano. I might have been called Nano Assault also on the regular DS. And it was so fun. It was such a great shoot 'em up, and I had to get the sequel. I haven't gotten a chance to play this yet, but hopefully soon. Next up, we got Final Fantasy. This light is killing the reflection on this thing. Next up, we have Final Fantasy Dissidia. This is the first one, right? Yeah. Final Fantasy Dissidia. Great Final Fantasy game. Great Final Fantasy themed fighter. Very awesome. I remember playing it a lot in high school. Next, we got Hammerin' Hero. Now, I have heard a lot about this game all over the internet. It's supposed to be a really cool, you know, platformer and stuff like this. And it was only $5, so I decided to pick it up. Next up, we have Dragon Ball Evolution. Fun story about this particular item. You see right here, it says $17.99. I did not pay that much for it. I paid $3 for it, and even then, I feel like I was kind of stiffed. I got this from a store called Second & Charles. Second & Charles used to be... what were they? It was either Barnes & Nobles or... anyway, Second & Charles used to be a bookstore, and everything that used to be in that bookstore when that bookstore closed was liquidated and transferred into Second & Charles. So you know this game was sitting on the shelf forever, like through all the clearance sale, through all the liquidations, like nobody wanted it. It still has the anti-theft thing on the back. Decided I'd do it a favor and, you know, put it out of its misery. And I picked it up. Probably will never open it. I played the emulated version, and you know, it's not bad. It's based off of the Shin Budokai game. The engine is exactly the same. They just switched out the characters in the story. The game is fun. The contents, not so much. Okay, quick angle change because you were just really far away before. I don't know why. Anyway, so right here we got Magus for the PS3. This game, when it first came out, like nobody knew anything about it. It had one trailer, and the trailer looked bad. And hey, guess what? The game was bad. But I don't know. I have a thing for bad games. Next up, we have Flashpoint Paradox. This is not a video game. This is a movie. Incredible film by DC Animation Studios. If you're, Flashpoint is a story that kicked off New 52. So if you dig the New 52, think this. Very cool story. Flash is literally my favorite superhero. So, really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this movie. So next up, we have Naruto Powerful Shippuden. When this game first came out, I did not really want to play it, but now it dropped down to $15 brand new, so I figured why not. It seemed pretty cool. Next up, we have the HD remake for Final Fantasy X and X-2. I had to buy this new because every single used copy I got, every single one was missing the code for Final Fantasy X2. So why am I paying $35 for one game? So I just went and picked it up, maybe for 40 bucks. It's been so long since I played 10, I really didn't get far. I must have gotten like 30 minutes into it. I know, I'm sorry. But I want to give it a second chance, so I went and picked it up, obviously. Next up, we have Injustice for the PS Vita. I really enjoyed Injustice for the console. And when they ported over Mortal Kombat 9 to the PS Vita, they did a really good job. When you got a little close to the character models, you know, they look like, you know, dog shit, you know, let's be honest. But the game ran smooth, it was awesome, and hopefully the same case for Injustice as well. Next up, I bought, what is this even called? Sorcery Saga Curse of the Great Curry God. Okay, you know, I'm gonna level with you guys. The only reason I bought this game was because it was free. I got buy two get one free coupon for new my power up card, and I got this one free. And I always see this game on the internet. The collector edition came with a bib and some sort of spoon, so that's interesting. So if there's one weird WRPG, if there's one weird JRPG that I'm gonna get into this year, it's gonna be this. So next up, I got WWE 2K14. Woo! You know what The Rock is cooking. I do. He's cooking up a game I'm gonna play. I haven't really you know what? I haven't really been into wrestling for a really long time. But my good friends Marcus and Tiffany recently moved to Charleston, and they came over and they watched the newest wrestling thingy, Money in the Bank, on my projector the other day. And you know what? Hey, I was entertained, so I decided to pick this game up and, you know, see what I can do. Plus, the character creator looks like it's a ton of fun. I'm going to make a bunch of wacky-ass characters, you know. I don't know. Probably have a lot of fun. Next, I got Yamaha Supercross. This game is trash. The only reason I got it is because the back looks like honestly, it looks like Excitebike 64. And that, not in a good way, because I like Excitebike 64. Aesthetically, it looks like Excitebike 64. This game came out in, where's the copyright? Where are you? I can't find the copyright, but it sure as hell didn't come out in 1997. So, you know, get your shit together, Yamaha. Anyway, it was $2, so hey, why not? More obscure games, the better. Next up, I got Cosmos. Very cool documentary. I keep on hearing incredible things from it. I love the host. I can never say his name right. Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I probably butchered it, but I love that guy. I love every interview he's on. His radio show is awesome, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch the series. I wanted to catch it on TV, and I wanted to catch it streaming, but I just feel like this is the best thing to catch, you know, in HD, so I definitely got the Blu-ray. I think it came out just today, too. You know, I'm not going to throw that down. I'm just going to gently put it down. Next up, I got Season 1 for Super Jail. My manager, Steve, he went and hooked me up with this. We couldn't stop talking about Super Jail and Rick and Morty the other day, and I said, yo, I've never finished the first season. So he's all like, hey, I got you, son. And I was like, hey, thanks, Steve. And, you know, here it is. I'm not going to throw this one down either because it's doesn't belong to me. Next up, I got Tomodachi Life. This game is very strange. Not going to lie. Imagine, a lot of people like to compare it to Animal Crossing. No. Imagine like a Tamagotchi and having like a bunch of Tamagotchis living together, you know, on an island, and just observing what they do every day. You know, if they have problems, you solve the problems. Basically, it just comes down to a bunch of people living together on an island. You know, everything is really quirky, really heavy on Japanese comedy, and it's fun. My only regret about this is I really wish I would have just downloaded it and not gotten the physical copy, because this is the kind of game, much like Animal Crossing, that you want to have on your DS at all times. You don't want to worry about, you know, switching carts out, all that, you know, all that garbage. But, you know, the collector inside me needed the physical copy. So there's that. Next up, I went to a garage sale on Craigslist. Earlier on in the week, in Craigslist, there was a guy who had bought a storage unit for the furniture inside it, but he found like probably 10 boxes of video games, and he was selling that for $800. That was a little too stiff. I am not about to do that, because there's a lot of garbage, a lot of trash in there too. But a kid that bought that lot was having a garage sale that following Friday and Saturday. So I went there, picked a few things up, and the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the next 8 games I got from him. I traded him a copy of Kirby Crystal Shards and $5 for these 8 games. So I had like 3 copies of Kirby, and he needed it for his collection. So I was like, yo, even trade, $5. You know, let's do it. Throw a link in there. You got yourself a deal. Anyway, so I got Turbo Outrun for Sega. This is the Japanese version, and I think this is really cool because it has Good lord. It has the original booklet in it, which I thought was really awesome. Always fun to see that stuff. And a little bonus is it actually has the receipt from when he bought it. Japanese receipt. And, you know, I know this is... gives a shit about this stuff, but stuff like that is just... it's really cool. Like, little extra stuff like that, you know, a receipt in Japanese is... I always think that's really, really awesome. You know, on the other side of the world, there's probably some loser out there who's all like, oh, I got a receipt, and it's got English on it. So, you know, let's not make it a big deal. Next up, I got Dance Dance Revolution Konami Mix. Not Konami Mix. Konami Mix for the PlayStation 1. I was a huge, huge fan of DDR, you know, in its heyday. And I decided to pick it up for PS1 because I know I have a dance pad for PS1 somewhere. Next up, I got Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition for the Sega. This is, I got it because it was in its original packaging. I'm not sure if it came with a book. The answer is no, did not come with a book. But it's in pretty good condition, and, you know, I threw it in with a lot. You know, essentially, I paid $5 for all this crap. Because, yo, I can't even remember where I even got just one of those Kirby Crystal Shards. So, anyway, there's that. Next up, I got Power Rangers Dino Thunder for the GameCube. I've never played this, but hey, I like Power Rangers, and this seems like a pretty cool niche title that would be somewhat interesting. It's by THQ, so I don't even know what did that mean in like 2004? Oh, it's by THQ. 2004, what do they even mean? I can't even remember. Anyway, so next up, I got Pac-Man World Rally. It's a kart racer with obviously Pac-Man characters. I'm not sure if it's just Pac-Man characters or if there's a bunch of Bandai characters in here. I think it's just Pac-Man, but haven't played it. Looks pretty fun. Figured why not. Next up, we have another kart racer, Cartoon Network Racing, and you know, the game might suck. I haven't really played it. The aesthetics look cool. It's cel shaded, and it has, you know, Cartoon Network stars from like the heyday. It's got Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Lab. It's got Cow and Chicken, and that's literally everybody on the cover except for somebody way out there in the back. It's got Courage the Cowardly Dog here too. So if anything, I'm playing as Cartoon Network characters, you know, the cast in the heyday. So that's pretty fun to me. Next up, we got Full Metal Alchemist Curse of the Something, Crimson Elixir. I actually had Full Metal Alchemist 2, my fault. I actually had this game way back in the day, never played it. So, hey, picked it up. And the last game I got in the lot was this game called Dragon Rage. I've never played this game, but whenever I go to this really cool shop called Pixel and Pawn out in Columbia, South Carolina, I always see this on the shelf, and I knew that it was, I don't know how much they were charging for it, somewhere between $10 to $20. And I always looked at the case and I was all like, you know what, that's a little too rich for my blood. So I found it at that garage sale and I was like, yo, why not? Let's give it a chance. So there it is. And that's the last for that garage sale. Next up, I got Persona 4 Golden for PS Vita. You know, I'm gonna love it with you guys. Never played a Persona game. I've never played any of the games that are in this vein, like Devil Summoner and stuff like that. But I figured I'd give it a try. Everybody says Persona 4 is the best one. It has like the best characters and stuff like that. It's what I hear. I don't know if it's true. My 2 cents aren't even in it because I haven't even played it yet. So one of these days, hopefully, maybe on a plane ride or something. Next up, I got Soul Sacrifice. I was playing this for just a little bit. The mechanics are really cool. Everything was really awesome. The voice acting was on point. But I haven't got a chance to play a lot of it, but I'm liking what I'm playing so far for Soul Sacrifice. Next up is a name I'm going to butcher. Tokiden Age of Demons. Still in the shrink wrap. Haven't played it, but it looks dope. So hopefully one day. Next up, I got Disney's Magical World. Now, unlike Tomodachi Life, where people were all like, yo, this looks like an Animal Crossing sim, and it wasn't. This is more or less Animal Crossing, but with Disney characters and at half the frame rate. Yeah, you heard me. The frame rate is a really big issue in this game. It dips to like maybe 20, sometimes even 15 sometimes, and that's a little annoying, but the game beneath all that stuff, if you're a Disney fan, is pretty cool. Like you unlock, you know, costumes, you get to help your favorite characters, you go on quests, there's, you know, some fighting mechanics. It's not fighting, but like you know, sort of magic mechanics and stuff like that. It's pretty fun. I'm liking what I'm playing of it so far, but it's not much, unfortunately. Next up is One Piece Romance Dawn. I'm gonna level with you. The only reason I bought this game was because it was a limited edition here in the US, and it was a GameStop exclusive, and I got 14,000 out of 16,000, so I'm pretty high up on the number. And another thing that I'm really pissed off about is the camera cut off. Sorry about that. One thing I'm upset about is one day I was drinking Kool-Aid and it spilled because of one of my dumb cats, and then I got Kool-Aid all over the back, so there goes the aftermarket value on this, but you know, it's really not about that. I'll let it slide. Next up for my birthday, I got Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. Apparently it's hilarious, says New York Times. I got it for my birthday, have not even watched it yet. I don't know. The thing about Anchorman is it's me and my best friend Justin. It's our favorite movie on the face of the planet, but he's currently deployed overseas right now, so it feels a little weird not watching it with him, so I'll have to like, you know, psych myself up to watch it one day, but you know, not anytime soon. So next up I got another movie, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Yo, if you haven't heard of this movie, what are you doing? You're probably like 10 years old. Let me start that over. It's Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. These movies are pretty tight. Really fun, like early 2000s movies. I thought they were awesome, so I decided to pick them up on Blu-ray. You know, sue me. Don't sue me. I do not want to be sued. Next up I got the GTA trilogy. Honestly, I don't know why it's in this pile. I think I've had this for a really long time. Anyway, the story about this is a couple came into GameStop and they were all like, yo, can we trade this in? And the employees were all like, no, we don't take those in. And I was like, hey, look at me. I'll take them. We're just going to throw them away? They're like, yeah, we're going to throw them away. And I was like, hey, I'll take them. I'll give them a good home. And this is honestly what started my Xbox, my original Xbox, PS2, and GameCube recollecting phase that I went through about like 3 or 4 months ago. So, you're to blame. Next up, we got The Hobbit for original Xbox. Didn't play it back in the day, but I played a little bit of it. Not bad, not bad. Next up, we got the Mega Man collection for the original Xbox. Mega Man, literally my favorite franchise on the face of the planet, bar none. So I had to get the collection. It was only $8 at Second and Charles. Pretty awesome. I actually had to go to a Second and Charles that I haven't really been to up in Greenville, I think. And this was the only thing I found there next to Mario Pinball, but you know, no one ever likes to talk about that game. Next I got the Japanese version for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. I don't know why I said it so weird. But I got this a little bit ahead of schedule. I got this literally 3 days before they announced, hey, we're bringing it to the West. And I was like, come on, so I haven't gotten a chance to get a hold of the US version right now. The only difference is it's subbed. Like there's no US voice actors or anything. So if that game ever goes on sale, I'm probably gonna grab the digital version because I don't need to have to, you know, hard copies of it. But then again, it's only $30 for a hard copy. So you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it because I'm gonna buy it, and that's not what I want to do right now. Anyway, next up we got Race as Hell, an Xbox game. I remember seeing this game on the shelf a lot when I was a little kid, but I never bought it. So here I am. Price says $17.99. I'm not paying that much for it. Paid $6. So next up, we got Azuric: Rise of Parathea, a young guardian, the ultimate weapon, an epic journey. Kind of upset about this. I bought this game twice. So don't expect me to play it anytime soon. Don't expect me to play it anytime soon. I don't know what that menage a 12 words I was using before, but it definitely didn't sound like that. Next up, I got the Punisher on original Xbox. This game is brutal. That's all I hear. Because Punisher's a brutal dude. On the back it says he's an anti-hero. There you go. Next up, getting into more modern stuff. I picked up Murdered Soul Suspect for the Xbox One. Have not gotten a chance to play it. I went ahead and installed it. Went ahead and started up the main screen. Then I got called into work. So, not quite yet, Murdered Soul Suspect. But, my good friend Brandy, she said that she played it. She really liked it. Did not think it was worth $60. But, you know, egg on my face, I paid $60 for it. And now it's down to $40. So, that's the price you pay for getting crap day one. Anyway, speaking of day one, I got Watch Dogs, the collector's edition, day one. I legitimately am having fun with Watch Dogs. You know, it's not nearly what they promised back in E3 2012, but you know, Ubisoft's first stab at an open world game. Hopefully with a new one, hopefully with part 2, because inevitably it's a Ubisoft game, so there's gonna be a part 2. Hopefully they fix some of the, you know, stupid crap in this game. But like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm legitimately enjoying my time. When I go into a video game, I like to realistically set the bar. Like, I go into a video game, especially if it's a big title like Watch Dogs, I know exactly what I'm getting into, so I don't try and set the bar too high. There are people who come into work, they're all like, yo, I heard this is like the new GTA. This is better than GTA. Is that true? And I'm like, yo, let me tell you, it is not. Next up, we got a game with the price covering of the title. We got Gundam Crossfire. I think that's what it's called. Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire. I'm pretty sure this is a mega old game because it still has a Spider-Man 3 PlayStation 3 font. So it was only $7 at work. Decided to pick it up. I dig mobile. I dig Mobile Suit Gundam. I dig mobile. No, not about that. Anyway, next up we got Legend of Korra Book 2 Blu-ray. Literally came out I think yesterday or day before. This is incredible. Not the whole thing. There are 2 episodes in the middle that focus on the first Avatar, Avatar Wang, Avatar Wan. I can't believe I forgot. Focuses on the first Avatar and how he became the Avatar, how, you know, he did all this poo. It is literally the greatest thing that those 2 men have created, period. Like, it rivals the entirety of the first season. It's so good. It's so incredible. In the end, you know, it got to me. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little choked up. Someone's cutting onions in the backyard. I don't know. Backyard, I don't know why I said that. Anyway, pretty cool. It's only $20 for a full season. Awesome. Decided to pick it up. Next up, I got Fighters Within for the Xbox One. Only reason I have it is it was $11 on Amazon. That's it. Next up, I got the Super Mario SH Figure Arts figure. A lot of people have been waiting for this. I have been like, it'll get here when it gets here. It's not even out of the package yet. I'm gonna level with you. I have it. I've been out of the fig game for a really long time, not really picking up any new releases, but you know, I had to get the Super Mario Brothers. On another note, has anyone noticed how expensive Dragon Ball Z figure arts have gotten? Like, I get every new Dragon Ball Z figure arts that comes out, but like now Trunks is like, he's like $100. Vegeta's over $100. You know, Goku, the Goku that they re-released last year is over $100. Come on. I got 2 of each, so I'm not even worried. Anyway, so next up we got Mega Man Powered Up for PSP. This game rules. A lot of people are like, this game looks dumb because everybody's like all chibi and like super deformed and blah 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 blah. There's 2 sides. There's 2 types of people on the internet. There are 3 types of people on the internet. People like me, who are all like, yo, this looks awesome. I don't mind. I'll play it. People are like, yo, this looks dumb. I'm never going to play it in my life. And people who are all like, hey, the reason they look like this is because the original Mega Man game, look how big his head is compared to his body. That's the way it was supposed to look all the time. False. That is not true because in the official cover art and stuff like that, he doesn't look like that. Anyway, regardless, this game is pretty awesome. It's a remake of, I think, Mega Man 1 and 2, or maybe just Mega Man 1. A big overlooked feature on this is it has a level editor, and it's pretty awesome. You're able to, you know, upload, save, share, all that crap, your levels with people around the world via the internet, and it's awesome. It's great. I really liked it. Next time I got Mega Man 7 X7. This game is not very good. If you want my thoughts about this game, consult Pancheezey Games episode 1, where I talk about Mega Man. So, there it is. Anyway, next up is Every Extend Extra. Gonna be honest with you, never played it. It was $3 at a GameStop, so I picked it up, but I hear very good things about this game, so maybe one day. Next up, we got Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Never played this back in the day. I should have, but I never played it back in the day. So, it was only $6, so I decided why not. I've been hitting up GameStops around, you know, the area, and checking out games that, like PSP games and stuff like that, stuff they're like right about to phase out, because I missed the mark with Super Nintendo and stuff like that and GameCube. I want to make sure I get my crap together for when they phase out PSP. So next I got Sniper Elite 3. Haven't played this one yet, but I loved Sniper Elite 1 and 2. Can't wait to play this one. We got Link's Crossbow Training. Never played it, but pretty sure it was $1 or something. We got Wolfenstein right here. I've played maybe about an hour or two of it. Really, really cool. It's very, very reminiscent of like, yo, you like guns? You like to shoot things? Here's your game. Here's your game. Play it. You like 2 guns? You like to shoot things with twice the guns? We got dual wielding back. So it's pretty awesome. I haven't got a chance to play a lot of it yet. Like I said, I'm only about 2 hours in. But I'm liking what I play so far. We got the Wolverine. All you need to know. It's not as bad as the first one. Next up, we got the Figma. Who is this? I'm awful. Figma Mikasa Ackerman. I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry. It's from Attack on Titan. If you haven't seen that, if you haven't seen or heard of that anime yet, what are you doing? Like, you're on the internet right now. Have you not seen it? Anyway, it's a pretty cool anime. I went ahead and got this aftermarket from a dude on one of the toy groups I'm on. Got a pretty good deal for it. It just took forever to get here, but did get here, and he threw some extras in because it took so long. Next up, you thought I was done because the thing is cleared. Forgot one back here. Mario Kart 8. I got Mario Kart 8. Tons of fun. The best Mario Kart so far. Besides the fact that battle mode has been totally gimped. Seriously, what were they thinking? Having a lot of fun. Literally, the only reason I have this huge projector set up right now is because I wanted to play this on a huge screen. So there you go. Anyway, like I was saying before, back to my thing. You thought I was done because, you know, the table is clear? No. I have a buttload of Wii games down here that we're going to go ahead and blast through these. I went ahead and started collecting Wii games again because, you know, I feel like they're going to start getting phased out pretty soon, and they're really, really cheap now. Astro Boy the video game. Saw the movie, it's pretty dope. I love Astro Boy as a whole, so I picked the game up, haven't got a chance to play it. Hopefully it'll be good. Next up, Build and Race. Infinite tracks to build and race on. Honestly, this game looks like trash, but it was $3 and it's obscure. A very, very, very reoccurring theme you're going to see for the next couple of games that you see here. It's cheap and it was obscure. Code Lyoko, Quest for Infinity. Literally $1. I remember seeing this show on Cartoon Network and thinking, hey, their foreheads are huge. So, next up we got Dawn Discovery. I've actually heard this game is sort of a hidden gem on the Wii, so I am going to try it out. Ahoy Explorer, grab your Wii remote and set sail for exciting adventure. I'm sold. Next up we got Da Blob. I hear this game is very awesome as well. I remember playing just a little bit of it on the Xbox 360, I think. Maybe I could be wrong, I don't know. Forever ago, and I don't remember anything about it, but hopefully for $2, I'll give it another shot. Next up we got Food Network, Cook or Be Cooked. What a title. It's $5 and it looks weird as shit, so I bought it. Another game, Hysteria Hospital Emergency Ward. Come on, are you kidding me? This looks wild, this looks crazy. Can you handle the pressure? A flood of patients threatening to turn your emergency room into chaos. Only one person can handle the craziness. Can you keep the patients happy when your hospital is overrun? There's about like 6 exclamation points back here. So, $5, it was weird, decided to buy it. Next I got Rooms. It's by Hudson, so could be good. Next up I got Sea Monsters, a prehistoric adventure. I love deep sea games. I have a really huge thing for deep sea games. Ocean's Blue, or Blue Ocean for the original Wii. I think I might have it in the stack. No, I've already bought it. But Blue Ocean for the original Wii, incredible series. Very awesome, very chill, very cool game. This one doesn't seem as chill because it's called Sea Monsters. So, hey, it's underwater and it was less than $3, so I got it. Top Shot Dinosaur Hunter. I paid this much for it. This is $9. It better be good. Anyway, I got it. Next up we got Wild Earth African Safari. This was $2. How much will you risk? How close can you get? To get the perfect shot. I think this, oh shit. You have a camera in this game. So I think they saw that sizzle reel for PlayStation 3 when they had Africa on it, and they're all like, we can do that. Next up I got Fortune Street. This is like the Monopoly kind of game featuring Mario and Square Enix characters. I've heard weird things about it. I've heard it's really fun if you have a whole bunch of friends to play it with, and hopefully one day I'll have a whole bunch of friends so I can play this game. Well, next up we got Blastworks. I've actually heard this game's actually not half bad, and it was less than $4, so I decided to pick it up. Next we got Billy the Wizard. How could I not? Honestly. It's out of focus, but you get the idea. Just, it doesn't even have to be in focus, just look at his face. I had to do it. Next up, I got No More Heroes 2, The Desperate Struggle. No More Heroes, fantastic series, fantastic franchise. They need to make a third one, or they need to localize the one that came out for PS3 here, because I kind of want to play on the Wii, I want to play in HD. But this is supposed to be really fun. And last but not least in my pickup videos, I got Super Mario Galaxy 2, phenomenal game. I don't know why I didn't already own this. Oh my god. It's not even in here. Why is it not in here? Well, looks like I did not pick this game up because it's not even in the case. Anyway, thank you for sticking by. If you have survived this long, yo, congratulations, for real. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you want to go ahead and list your favorite game, the favorite game or the game you want to play the most that you saw today in today's Pick It video, go ahead and comment below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.